Hey there guys, in this video we're going to be going back to Hadlar for a dark party clear. Now this is going to certainly be a much more challenging clear because the boss is not weak to darkness. In fact, he's heavily resistant to darkness. But with powerful units, good leader skills, etc., we can just overcome the dark resist. So let's get in here and give it a go. So to start off, Ella Spears is going to use her LB for the field. We're going to use Ibarra to Calamity Border for the fire resist on turn 1. We're going to Assure Field with Fina. We're going to Haste with Aya for the Stop Immunity and Mirage. We can just guard Roka, and Dwayne can use his LB for the Sword in Peril. Okay, so I'm not really going to explain the boss's AI. I've explained it a few times already, so you kind of know what the boss is doing at this point. So now we are going to use Ibarra to do her base form LB to start getting set up. We can just guard Dwayne, guard Roka, guard Aya. Now Ella Spears is going to start ramping Amplify on Dwayne with the Vision card. If you don't have the Vision card, just have Dwayne imbue himself with fire and go Purifier. It's fine. And then Dark Fina is going to Infer Wall for the better fire resist. We're going to ramping Dark Amp on Aya, and we're going to just whatever, hit the boss. So yeah, same thing with Aya. If you want to go Pure Fire with Aya, it's totally fine, honestly speaking. But we're gonna mix in the good Dark Amp on Aya and Dwayne with Fina and the Vision card. Okay, so this turn we're going to SLB Dark Fina. If you don't have EX3, just use the regular LB instead. It'll be fine. Dwayne's going to go ahead and do both his imbues and then Hellfire. And again, if you're not using a 100 Dark Amp on Dwayne, don't use the Dark Imbue. Aya Brea can shift here and just do both her cooldowns and then her Magnus in the shift form. Ibarra can just do her Magnus. Roka can do her setup. That's going to be her 150 Amplify, whatever you want. And then finally, I'll show you as the last action. And Ella Spears can do Dance of Hades, Vengeance, and Shield Splitter. So the chaining for this one's going to be a little tricky because we're not using perfectly matching chainers. We're using Dwayne, who's absolute mirror by himself, although he is a tag chainer. And then Roka is a triple bolting, and no one's going to be doing triple bolting. So this is how we're going to be handling that. So to start off, we're going to use Dark Fina first of all. We're going to imbue the party with Dark Fina, probably not needed. We're going to do the 250 Demon Slayer and then just hit the boss, kind of whatever. Ella Spears, SLB, Aya Brea, shifted LB, Ibarra, shifted LB. Roka, shifted LB. And then the Atonement Magnus for Dwayne. So what we're going to do, we're going to send Ella Spears and Aya first. We're going to wait a moment and make sure Ella Spears is clicked first for the good Dark and Peril. We're going to wait a moment, then we're going to chain the rest, and hopefully that should weave Roka's chain into the rest of the party. So here we go. Wait just a second, and then there it is. And that should hopefully get it done. If your chain breaks, just try it again. But we did it properly. There we go. Okay, so we need 24.5 or better, and we did, drumroll please, 29.4. We did 5 billion more than we needed with a dark party. So the whole party had 100 or better. Actually, Ella Spears did not. She only had a 45 plus 40 and 85 Dark and Peril. But the rest of the party had 100 or better. And we did mix in a little bit of fire with Aya Brea and Dwayne. But there is the clear. So as you can see, relatively even breakdown. Roka actually got a low roll. She's done as high as 11 billion in a test run. But it's fine. So 4.7 for Dwayne, Roka 9.6, 5.9 on Ibarra, Ella Spears 1.4, and then Aya Brea 7.7. There it is. So, Dark is not super duper the greatest option here, but as you can see, it can still very, very well get it done. So I'll show you the gear real quick. Dwayne, the whole party has 80 or better, 60 or better Dark Resist. So here's Dwayne's setup. There it is. Here is Roka's base form, doesn't really matter. Shift form, there's her setup. Ibarra, base form, Calamity Border, all that really matters. Shift form, there's her up. And Elespirus, there's her setup, and we gave the dark thing to Dwayne. If you don't have that, just skip it. Doesn't really matter. And then Ayabrea, base form, doesn't really matter. Shift form, there's her setup. And Dark Fina, passive provoke, and evasion with her setup, a little bit of Esper Fill. And by the way, Ayabrea is using a lot of chain speed because she's building the chain with Elespirus. Anyway, there's the Dark Clear. Let's see if we can try another element now. See you in a bit.